Yo. We back with another edition of the ATL Three Style Podcast. I am one of your co-hosts, Leo G. And out to the south is my man Banks. Man, what's going on? What's going on, Banks? What's going on?
What's going on, Leo G? What's going on, everybody out there in internet land? What's going on with you?
Man, we are glad to be back. Glad to be back, man. We live on Facebook, live on YouTube. Thank you for everybody that subscribes and man, firing on up, man. Y'all come on in, have a seat. We got a lot to talk about tonight on this episode of the ATL Three Style Podcast. Before we get too far off into the podcast, Banks, man, want to make an announcement, man. So looks like, man, it's just gonna be me and you for a while, man. Our boy Derrico, man, part of the ATL Three Style Podcast, is gonna take a little hiatus. He's gonna be out. We don't know. We don't have a they didn't give us the extended deadline as to when he's gonna return during the season, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna pop up from time to time, man. But it's gonna be an extended hiatus here, man. So our boy Derrico, man, we wish you well, man. He, like I said, he'll pop in from time to time, man. But me and Banks, you and I, man, we gonna run the backcourt at this point, man, huh?
We got to do it, baby. We do what we do. We do what we love best, bro. It's not going to stop
Absolutely.
no show.
Absolutely, man. They talk about Atlanta sports, talking about sports in general, man. Got a lot, like I said, to talk about tonight as we go live. Look, man, before we get into it, Banks, you always know we got to do a little business, man. Talk about our boy out there on the east side, man. Our boy Phil.
Yes, sir. Check out Eastland Woodworking Company, our boy Phil. If you want anything personalized, like your ashtrays or your coasters, or you want a plaque on the wall, anything like your name, your favorite team, or something that's personal to you, like your significant other. This is an example. This right here, very lovely. Um, Hit our boy Phil on that QR code and tell him we sent you.
Absolutely, man. Hit our boy Phil up, man. For real, man. Send him some business. Tell him that we like Banks said, tell him the ATL Three Style Podcast. See you, man. He'll look out for you, man. If you didn't get that, hit that QR code, man. We'll try to. We always say we're gonna put it up later, Banks, but then we always forget. I think that we get caught up in the moment. But if remind me tonight if before to put it back up, man. So for the people that if they want to hit up the page, they can, man. Banks, how you feeling tonight, man? It's been a minute since we've been doing this thing, man. How you feeling?
Absolutely gravy, brother. And of course, a lot of people out there don't know that I'm a Taurus. So that means birthday's coming up next week. I will take another trip around that sun. That that ripe old age of 21.
Hey, man. You keep on living, man. Keep on living, brother. That's what we doing, man. Just we looking for these birthdays, man. It's a blessing, man, just to see them, man. So that's what's up, man. Shout out to our boy Banks. We'll get together, man. We'll do a drink, we'll do a toast, we'll do something for it. You know how we always do. All right, man. Let's listen. Go ahead, Banks.
No, I was just gonna agree with you. I absolutely gonna, do the shot, do what grown folks do.
Absolutely. We'll take care of that coming up here pretty soon. So listen, Banks, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Let's jump on into the show. Got a few things to talk about tonight, man. Because there's a lot of stuff going on, man. So it's gonna be action and jam packed, man. We're gonna crank it up as only we can, man. First thing first, man. Listen, I've been going to these Atlanta United games, Banks, and I don't know if you know like I know, man, but whew, man. This is almost like cruel and unusual punishment, brother. Atlanta United right now, man, is bad. They stink. I'm sorry, man. They are horrible. Went to the game this past Saturday against Nashville, man, and I don't know, man. I have no idea what's going on with this team. They do nothing well, nothing but get beat. I guess they get beat well, but it's. I mean, I don't know, man. This is kind of unexpected, man. We thought that Atlanta United was going to be the perennial powerhouse for a while. Obviously, we're a long way away from that championship and that magical season we had. But man, this hurts, Banks. This really hurts, man, for them to look this bad.
Well, thank God we got that championship. I mean, looks like it's gonna be the only one for a while. So, um, PU, like I tried my best to stomach it. I was like, you know what, I can't do it. I can't force myself to watch something like that. I got my opinions about it, man. bringing in these nostalgic, pieces and everything. I guess to recapture the olden days, what they call the golden days. When we back in my day, we used to do it this way, and it ain't working. It just ain't working, man. I don't know what to say anymore. It's just a team in that stadium, bro. The way I look at it.
Yeah, man. They brought Tata back, man. The other night, man. I think in the press conference, man, he was kind of befuddled, baffled, perplexed. He didn't know what to say. He was kind of like, man, I don't know, like what's going on. Like you said, they brought in Miguel Almiron back, who still had a little left in the tank. But man, like I said, this team does nothing well, man. It is just awful to watch, man. I don't know. There weren't a lot of chances on goal. Defensively, we look bad. The midfield look bad. I mean, I don't know, man. Hopefully, I don't know. They get this thing turned. I don't know at this point how much we can get this thing turned around. I mean, we'll of course obviously bring in our boy Reggie here, maybe but Rocks to kind of I don't know, maybe tell us, is it time to just blow this thing up, start all over again? I don't know. I have no clue. The MLS is changing, Banks is going in a different direction nowadays, man. You see a lot of the top tier players coming over now, and the styles are changing, and it's getting more competitive. We talked about this a couple of podcasts ago with Rox and Reggie, man. So I don't know, man. Atlanta United is going to have to keep up with the times, man, and kind of get this thing together if they want to stay competitive, man, and fight for some more trophies to put in the case over there.
Good luck with that. I look at it like again, you bringing back these old pieces, and it's like you're going backwards. You're not going forward, and whatever you're doing is going down the toilet. So I don't know what to say. I mean,
Sound like you done
yeah,
until for
and,
now.
and pretty much it is a wrap, brother, a wrap.
For now, like I said, we'll see if they can get that thing together over there. Oh yeah, by the way, Banks, couple. So right now, if Atlanta United can't get it together, man, you got a couple more years, man. The women's team, the NWSL, I think I said that right, will be in the building. Down. I don't know if they're gonna be playing at Mercedes Benz. I don't know. We'll get some more information here coming soon. But yeah, we got a women's soccer team coming to Atlanta. I'm excited about that. Always excited when we bring new teams here to the city, man. So Banks, if Atlanta United can't get their stuff together, man, maybe the women will come in here and get it together, man, and put another
Mm,
trophy
Why
in the
not?
case somewhere.
We
Absolutely,
we we
man.
got another women's team here that's very exciting coming up. So why not?
Ah, since you brought it up, we'll talk about it, man. They made their case. If you didn't know, Banks is talking about, of course, obviously the Atlanta Dream. And Banks, I don't know if you want to tell everybody who the Atlanta Dream is just acquired. You can go ahead and tell them.
Well, I mean, if you was living under a rock, I mean, a lot of people probably know already that we Atlanta Dream acquired Angel Reese from Chicago Sky. So um if anything, it's gonna put butts in the seats. I think a lot of eyes gonna be on Atlanta Dream this year.
Yeah, man. I mean, they had a core group here. I think Alicia Gray, a couple of other people. I think we're losing. If I'm not mistaken, Griner
You're
is
gonna
is
lose
going.
Brittany. Yeah, Brittany's
Brittany
going back to
Griner is
Phoenix.
is
Yeah, I
going
think
back.
that's gonna be
Not
her.
Phoenix. Was it Phoenix or
I
Connecticut? I
think
don't
it's
know. She's
it's Phoenix, I believe.
just
I think
Phoenix.
she's
Okay,
going
yeah,
back to
she's
Phoenix.
yeah. So
I
she's
think to
leaving, but
retire, to go back where she started.
yeah, the core group is still got a lot of core group of players here bringing in Angel Reese. Like you said, it's gonna put a lot of butts in seats. I think she was with Chicago, got drafted by Chicago, and now she's here. So city's a buzz about that. They're excited. It's gonna be pretty interesting. Ticket sales, whoo, man, them ticket sales they went up there, man. So I don't know if they're gonna split time over at College Park and at State Farm, or they'll probably split time depending on who they playing. If you haven't been over to College Park, man, I would advise getting out over there, man. They got a nice little venue over there, man. Quiet as it's kept. To check some games out over there. And then of course, obviously, when they're down at State Farm, man, when they bring in the big guns, the Caitlin Clark, some of the other high profile players, they'll be down at State Farm, man. So shout out to the Dream, man. We'll see what they're doing here in a few weeks, as they fire that thing up, in the WNBA, man. So I know Banks, you did you get your tickets yet, or you gonna hold off? You gonna break the
No, I
ticket
didn't.
bank
I
yet?
didn't get the opening day game yet. I was trying to inquire about it, but it was a little on the expensive side. But I kind of expected that.
Man, you
I am
got it
going to
ball
get.
out.
Well, I don't know who told you that, but yes, I will be checking some games out there at both arenas. I think I was checking out the tickets for the Toronto Tempo, the brand new team coming into the league. They're gonna play one of those games at State Farm, and um, I was gonna catch another game probably at College Park. And you're right, it is a nice facility. Holds about 5,000 people. Very, very, intimate. It's not a bad seat in the house. Everything's in your face. So yes, I've been there quite a times last season.
Yeah, man, we're definitely gonna try to get over there and check out some games. I've seen the College Park Skyhawks over there, and then plus over there at College Park, you never know. You never know who's gonna pop up, man. I was at the Skyhawks game over there, man. Jalen Johnson just popped up, man, on a regular Sunday, just strolling through, man. So yeah, man, check it out over there, man. Check the dream out. I think they're gonna be, they did well last year. I think they're gonna be right back up there, man. So we'll talk about them more and more as we get closer to their season, man. Also, Banks, man, in the news, man. Shout out to my boy JB3, man, for bringing it up, bringing it to my attention. I mean, it's been a known thing, man, but got another UGA player right here before the draft, and I'm pretty sure we'll talk a little bit about this later on in the show, man. But Branch, wide receiver Branch, man, he got in a little bit of trouble up there in Athens. What is I think, man, in another 10 or 15 years, we're gonna look up and ESPN's gonna do a 30 for 30 UGA versus the Athens area police, man, and everything that has transpired over the last 5 to 10 years. They just can't get is it just Athens? What is it, man? These boys it's weird,
I
man.
think
It's a weird dynamic.
it was nitpicking. Whatever this was, it was a $37 bail or something to that nature. I'm like, is I when I read it, thought it was a joke. And I was like, are we really talking about this? And I think only reason why it's getting light is because it's a UGA player. It's a running joke now. You know what I'm saying? It's only team that can tackle UGA is UGA, and of course, Athens Police. Yeah,
Clark County.
yeah. So I mean, it's hee ha ha whatever. But I mean, again, like I said, if it wasn't anybody else, it would have been an issue. But it was a UGA player, so yes, we got to put news on it. So yeah, I guess.
Hey, man, it is what it is, man. Like I said, look out for that 30 for 30 coming up here pretty soon in the next 5 or 10 years or so, man. With that, man, actually, two banks, man. Just gonna glance over it real quick. They got a 30 for 30 out now. I think I watched it the other day, like on Netflix or something with the Portland Trailblazers. They call it's called Jailblazers. I don't know if you remember back early 2000s when Stoudemire was there and Rasheed Wallace. So they got a 30 for 30 talking about that whole situation up there in Portland, man. They had a nice little squad, man, and quad is just kept, man. They could have really done some things, man, with the squad they had, but they just had a lot of issues. So if you're into basketball, man, you're a fan, tell everybody to check that one out, man. It's out on Netflix, I believe it is. Jailblazers is the name of it. I was able to catch that. So pretty interesting, man. Oh, Banks, man, just passed, man. This past weekend, WrestleMania 2-day event out there in Las Vegas. Banks, I know you probably hadn't watched wrestling since, since for
Listen,
a
I
long
haven't
time.
watched. Listen. I haven't watched wrestling since Macho Man Randy Savage. Okay, so ooh yeah. I mean that's the last time I've ever got into wrestling. I've heard people getting into this WrestleMania was like a 2-day event, or was it just so I don't know.
It's
Um
a two-day event, man. 2-day event,
yeah,
brother. And you said
I
it right. It's wrestling, man. For all of us that grew
oh,
up in the South, it's always gonna be wrestling, not
wrestling. Oh,
wrestling.
okay.
Wrestling.
Well, I look at it like this. I don't know what, when, who all these wrestlers are retired that I know of.
Wrestlers.
Okay, they retired. So I don't know who's it right now. I don't even know. Enlighten me, please. Who's doing what?
Man, listen, man, you be surprised, man. It's a bunch of cats that's still out there doing it big, man. I think a lot of wrestling fans have become kind of checked out because right now WWE is kind of spread out across a bunch of different streaming platforms, and it's very kind of hard to catch these days. And then they moved all their premium live events over to the ESPN app. So man, they kind of all over the place. But I catch it when I can, man. So big fan growing up, man. I think growing up in the South, man. I was, as a young kid, man, I stayed a lot with my grandmother and my great grandmother. Shout out to them. The two things that we all watched together when I used to stay with my grandma and my great grandmother was wrestling on TBS and Braves baseball on TBS, man. So I big fan, huge fan of wrestling, man, and of course, obviously, big Braves fan. So I mean, it never left me, man. I used to watch wrestling religiously, man. And then, as I got older, obviously, again, couldn't really keep up with it. But, now I bring it back, man. I got a son, man. Kind of brought him into it, man, to kind of, a little nostalgia for me. But you'd be surprised, Banks, man. Actually, man, you remember Dusty Rhodes, right?
Of course, I remember Dusty Rhodes
Oh, man.
and his son, and I'm gonna take you back even further than that, Lee. Yo, I'm pretty sure you're in the same generation when you watching like Jake the Snake Roberts and
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Judas the Barber Beefcake and
Yeah,
and
yeah.
what's the guy named Doink? Is it Doink?
Doink the Clown.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, listen, I'm in that generation.
Yeah,
I'm
man. Yeah, man. I mean, it was cool back then, man. You had Hacksaw Jim Duggan, man. You had all these cats. Exactly, man. A lot of people didn't know Hacksaw Jim Duggan played for the Falcons, man. Played for the Atlanta Falcons, man. And then you
oh,
fast
and
forward
Goldberg did too. Goldberg.
Goldberg, man. You had cats like Goldberg, man. So man, it's been fun, man. A lot of ties, a lot of connections, man. So bringing it to talk a little bit about WrestleMania this past weekend, 2-night event. First night was kind of man. I don't know, man. I don't know if you remember Triple H, Banks. He's kind of taking over the show, man. Vince McMahon, he's no longer running the ship anymore. Triple H, who was a great wrestler in his own regard, man. He came around during the Attitude Era, which I kind of really didn't watch it a lot, but he was a great wrestler. So he's the main guy that's running the show over there. Night one, meaning the main event, Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. Obviously, Dusty Rhodes' son, the late great Dusty Rhodes, man. Cody Rhodes is now basically the undisputed, WWE champion. Took on Randy Orton, man. Listen, man. People always talk about wrestling's fake, man. Cody Rhodes damn near lost his eye, man. Orton kicked him in the eye, man. You go online, you can see it's gruesome, man. Busted his eye all up, man. So, he took one for the team. Night one, end up retaining the title. So Cody Rhodes is like one of the bigger names, bigger stars, man. Night two, had a lot of guys out there. Banks, this is now where we've gotten into an era in wrestling where we're seeing athletes that have transitioned from other sports. And like we talked about earlier, you had athletes that play collegiately, didn't necessarily make it in their respective sports, whether it was basketball, football, or whatever. Wrestling is not their athletes, great, in great shape. They're able to do a lot of things that these wrestlers do. So that they segue into that, man. So night two, you had Obafemi that took on Brock Lesnar. I don't know if you heard that name, Brock Lesnar, who's been in the WWE. He was also an MMA wrestler. He took on Brock Lesnar, actually beat him. Guy by the name of Trick Williams, man, who was a collegiate football player in South Carolina. He's now big WWE guy, won the United States Championship versus Sami Zayn. Like I said, Lash Legend, who was a basketball player, great one in her own regards collegiately, and then played a little bit professional. She's there. So, man, you got a lot of people. And also, man, the main event on the second night, man, was Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. Roman Reigns, actually, who played here, Georgia, got ties to Atlanta, played at Georgia Tech, man. He played football right over there at Bobby Dodd down the street, and also, went to the NFL for a minute. But he's now the heavyweight champion, man. Beat CM Punk for it. So WrestleMania, man, it's in the bag. Two nights. He's back in the day when we were kids, used to be only one night. Now it's 2 nights. And next year they're heading overseas. They'll be over in Saudi Arabia for it. So have fun with that. But yeah, man, WrestleMania, man, it's one of those things. WrestleMania 42. So it's been going on for quite some time, Banks. Almost just as old as let me stop.
No, I look, yeah, you are absolutely right because as a kid, I remember those WrestleManias that was on pay-per-view, and it was you was watching it, you was doing something big back then. I'm watching WrestleMania. My family can afford it. It's the good old days.
What you trying to say, man? Listen, I used to
Well, listen, you watched it too, so I mean, don't get offended. So I mean, it's like like how I just said this a second ago, back in my day,
Yeah, man.
so yeah, look, take me back, you know.
Still, still big fan, man. Banks, I don't know, man. Next event, man. We'll fire it up over here at the crib, man. Come through, man. Maybe check it out, man. I know it ain't your cup of tea, man, but hey, come
They
through. You might be entertained, man.
glorified stunt doubles.
Hey, man, it is what it is. Put like this: some people watch soap operas, man. Hey, I like to watch the wrestling, man. Like I said, one of them nostalgic things, man, that I grew up watching, man. So it kind of ain't left me, man. So I fire it up if it's on TV. Now, I'm not going out of my way. I'm not watching it, Monday night, Friday night, none of that. When they had the big events, man, I fire it up, man. Kind of do a little reading on the internet, man, and crank that thing on up, man. So shout out to the WWE, man. So listen, all right, man. This is what we came to talk about, man. Here we go. Banks. Got a couple other things to talk about, but let's get into it first. I'm gonna just say it, man. It's kind of everybody been doing this thing, man. They've been doing it at the game, but I'm gonna do my version of it. Let me. Oh damn, that's right, man. Let's go Hawks, man. These Atlanta Hawks, Banks. Let's get into it, man, and talk about these Hawks. Banks, you want to go ahead and give us your Hawk call?
Absolutely not. I'm not going to
Oh,
embarrass myself in front of these people that's watching.
so
I
I
have to say, caw. Now, how about that? That's. I'm not doing what you just did. I don't know what that was, like an ostrich or something.
sound like a damn turkey call or something. I don't know, man. But yeah, man, Hawks, man, Atlanta Hawks, man, finally made the playoffs, man. We've been talking about this team, man, and what they've done, man, and they are now in the playoffs. Dropped the first game in New York against the Knicks, man. But last night, a time was had by these Atlanta Hawks, man, as they took on the New York Knicks and beat them 107-106 up there, man. Lights out. Bring it home Thursday night, man, as we take on the Knicks for game 3 and kind of swung the home field advantage. Banks, man, listen, you're not going to like what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. They found a way to do it last night. And also, man, I think New York has found them a villain. Banks, what say you about these Atlanta Hawks last night, man? Game 2.
Well, let me say this before, and I want to, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who watched that game last night. They were down 12, I think, with 10 minutes to go in that fourth quarter. I turned the channel because I felt like, New York, they're more talented. They're experienced. They've been on the stage before. They was just in the Eastern Conference Finals just last year, and we're this young team, exciting team that's coming out of just out the ashes of the play in. And I just felt like the lights was too big. But you know what happened to me? Something told me turn it back. So I turned it back, and they were down 6. Then they were down 3. Then they tied the game. Then they were up 1. Then they were up 3. And it's like now I was sitting back and just dumbfounded. I'm like, what are we? Who is this team? Because it's like just not even 15 minutes ago, they was dead man walking. They were like it looked like they were playing, getting ready for a game 3 in Atlanta down 0-2. But they didn't quit, like you said, and they came back in and they fought, they clawed,
You
they
almost said it. You almost said it.
but I wasn't going to say it. You best believe that I wasn't going to say it. But listen, they only didn't beat the New York Knicks, Leo. They beat the refs. I mean, they beat that obnoxious ass crowd. Yes, I'm talking about y'all fans up there in New York. That obnoxious ass crowd, and they had to go through all of that and seal that victory. Impressive.
Absolutely, man. I don't know what it is about New York, man. I don't know, man. Delusion. I don't know, man. The Knicks fans, man. You know, it is what it is, man. And listen, man, y'all, we live rent free in y'all head, man. We are now removed from number 11. He's no longer here, but he's still living rent free in y'all head. I don't know what it is, but we found a new villain now for y'all to hate. I mean, maybe that's just how y'all. We don't have to get hype. You know what I'm saying? Find anything to get hype about beating the Knicks because we don't like y'all anyway. But y'all got to find a new villain. CJ McCollum just said, you know what, man, come here. Let me show y'all how this is done, man. Last night, 32 and took
But
over the game.
let me say this. Let me say this, Leo. If you need a villain to get you through,
They do.
y'all are pathetic. Okay, CJ McCollum is like 39. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but if you need to vilify him, give me a break. I mean, you had our guys on the free throw line, and you still saying F Trey Young. Trey Young even tweeted, "Is like, listen, you keep my name out your mouth because last time you said that you lost. So I mean, something you must feel like that's going to bother us because you say F Trey Young, like he doesn't play with us anymore. Like,
Nope.
okay, okay, ha ha he, that was y'all little get up. Okay, fine, fine. Now you're going up to this F-U-C-J, clap, 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 F-U-C. I'm like, really? This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Old CJ McCullough.
Hey man,
Okay.
he out there
All
cooking,
right.
bro. He out there
No, no, no,
cooking.
no, no.
They want to hate. They hate, man. He
It's
want to.
no doubt. It's no dumping on CJ. But if that's what you got to do to get yourself through as a fan, is you want to, okay, all right, I guess. I guess. Have at it, Knicks fans. Have at it.
Like
Do
I
your
said,
thing.
I'm gonna say this, man. New Yorkers are weird anyway, and Knicks fans are even weirder. I don't know. Like I said, man, game 3 will be high. And yeah, all of the people that's been living here for 20 years and still rep New York will be at State Farm. We know y'all will be in there. But let me tell you something, man. State Farm is gonna be ready. They're gonna be rowdy. Game 3 Thursday night, man. Shout out my boy Troy, man. Shout out Soldier Boy, man. We gonna go in there and we
Let me-
gonna we
And,
gonna
and let me say this. And yes, y'all gonna be in the building. Make no mistake about it. Y'all live here.
oh yeah.
They ain't taking no plane down to LaGuardia and JFK. Okay, y'all live on the same street as Leo. Okay, so let's keep that a buck. You guys live here. You just put on your Knicks stuff on, and you complain. You're the same ones that complain about we can't drive in the weather, but yet you keep moving your asses down here and want to complain. The first one to complain. Listen,
Hey, man.
75, 85, 95, all these highways out of Atlanta is still open. You can still leave.
They can still skedaddle. We don't care. We can still we they can still get up out of here for real. But that's it is what it is. I don't want to go. I'm gonna leave them alone. I'm not gonna get them too much spotlight, man. Let's talk more about this Hawks team, man. Listen, Banks, I'm gonna be real with you, dude, man. This Hawks team, man. We saw them post All Star break, post Trey Young trade, bringing in different pieces and different players. One of the things that has not has been fluid through this whole time is that these guys do not back down from anybody, whether it's Detroit, whether it's Boston, New York, whoever they play. And whatever you try to do to them, you can, getting physical with them, that doesn't stop them. You try to get physical, they still come out, they still, they get back at you and they just keep clawing and clawing and clawing their way back. Like you said last night, down 12, just keep fighting, keep fighting. I don't see no quitting this team, man. And this is still, in my opinion, a team that has not reached its peak. I mean, half of these guys just started playing with each other this year. And whether or not Quinn Snyder will still be here next year, I don't know. We'll see if what happens in this first round. But like I said, man, this team I think is now ascending, Banks. No matter what happens in these playoffs this year, this is a team, in my opinion, that's ascending, and they're putting people on notice in the East with the players that they have. And make no mistake, man. Like I said, however this thing ends up at the end, you will see the same Hawks team again, and they'll probably be a lot bigger and a lot better with some additions. I had said earlier, Banks, and I don't know how you feel about this. They got Jock Landale. They brought him in. He's hurt. Obviously, he won't be available until game 6. And that'll be the dagger, but we'll talk about it a bit later. We still like one rim protector away from, I think, just being a very, very scary and dominant team with all this athleticism. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely. I think that is the missing piece right now. A lot of chatter is going on around, after game 1. People were saying that we don't have a closer, we too small, we they still waiting on Jalen Johnson to turn that corner. One thing I want to say about that, about Jalen Johnson, first of all, before I go into the big guy, Jalen Johnson is young, folks. I don't think we need to rush him and put a crown on him just yet. I think it needs to happen naturally. Coming into this series with New York, everyone felt like we needed somebody to put on that big spotlight to I guess give a precursor of a star into making. You don't have to do that. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen on its own. So to crucify the kid is not fair to him.
I
No,
don't
he
think
didn't have.
nobody.
Well, it's a lot of chatter about him not showing up after game one, and not even the first half of game two. He was kind of MIA, but it's not fair to him. You can't expect him on his very first playoff game to be dominant. I mean, he's still got to feel the speed out. He's got to know, he just gotta feel it. And I think a lot of people are kind of impatient with him. That's why, there rumblings about him, maybe not he's not the guy, and he talked about Kaminga, that he was kind of struggling a little bit before he turned it on, that we want to be looking shipping him away. I'm like, you guys are impossible. Like, we can't be talking about this after one game. That's because it didn't go our
Man,
way.
listen, Banks, half the fans that are talking this way probably didn't expect this push from the Hawks
Oh,
anyway.
absolutely not.
They didn't
Absolutely not.
expect this. So I don't expect for them to have any patience with trying to see this thing through. I mean, I got all the time in the world. We've talked about how mediocre this team is being. I have said it out my own mouth. Like, I'm tired of the mediocrity of the Atlanta Hawks. I'm tired of the just mid level of play. And now they are starting, like I said, to ascend. It's like you said, Banks, to reiterate what you said, this is going to be a process. And I think they're going to grow with each playoff game. Game 3, you're probably going to see a little more from Jalen, a little more from Dyson. You're probably going to see, because Dyson was very quiet. I mean, obviously defensively, he still, what I'm saying, made his presence known. But what I'm saying, he had been, scoring and getting double digits in the games leading up to the playoffs. So you'll probably see a lot more from Dyson. They're getting comfortable. This is playoff basketball. It's anytime in any sport you get into the playoffs, it's a different atmosphere. It's a different animal. You know what I'm saying? It's a little more physical. It's a little more chippy. You know what I'm saying? It's a little more to that. And like you said, Banks, you gotta understand that and you gotta feel that. You know what I'm saying? You got the skill level, you got the athleticism to play it, but you gotta understand playoff basketball. CJ McCollum understood the assignment. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to him for putting the team on his back, man, and ISO and saying, hey, you know what, man? If I got to take this, I'm going to take it. You know what I'm saying? Because young Jalen, like you said, you got to give him a little time. But shout out to having somebody like CJ McCollum that calmed everybody and said, hey, you know what? Let me do what I do. Let me go out here. Nice shot, man. Shout out to our boy Phil, man, that said, man, his game it reminds us a lot of Clyde Drexler, man. Very smooth, very fluid, and just he keeps his head together. Other than one little incident he had last night where he kind of maybe had some words, but he came back and battled out, man. So the word for the day is, Banks, for all these fans, is patience. Patience. It's series tied 1-1, man. Home.
Absolutely, absolutely. You got to look at it as the big picture. I think a lot of people are so waiting for that transition for Jalen Johnson to be, you know, the man. Since Trey Young is not here anymore, they're waiting for someone to fill his shoes and feel it now. And it's like, yes, he can fill the shoes, but you're not going to get that superstar that you think he is overnight. It's just not going to happen that way. And yes, he played awesome in regular season, but again, like you said, playoffs, it's a whole nother animal. We can't talk about what the Hawks did in regular season think is just going to automatically translate. You got to let these guys feel it. Game 3 is another teaching moment. Game 4 is going to be a teaching moment. We got to be patient. And like you said, I like the ascension of the team. We got two first round draft picks next year. One is going to be a
One on
lottery pick.
lottery.
Yeah, one is a lottery pick. So we nothing but brightness for this team. Nothing but brightness. And guess what? We got a free eight. We're gonna have a lot of money in that cap. So
Absolutely.
you don't know what this team gonna look like next season.
And folk are
Who
watching, man.
knows? Who
People,
knows?
people are watching, man. Like I said, Alexander Walker, who obviously should be the most improved player, just has had an
Bar
incredible season,
none.
man.
Bar none.
He of course, obviously, first game kind of stumbled, second game kind of found his way, hit some clutch shots. Shout out Mo Gay. Shout out, everybody that's been playing their part, man. Oyeko Kongu, as much as I say, man, you know what, man, they put a lot on him to be a five. He does what he can. Out there on cat, man, on the perimeter, man, playing D, man. These guys don't quit, man. Everybody, coming off the bench, Ricochet, coming out playing. Crispert came out last night. Cause look, I don't know if you remember in the first half, we had a couple of guys had to go back to the locker room. They were getting banged up, beat up, and whoever was, asked to step in, man, did they thing, man. So obviously, man, we got a lot to see from these Hawks, man. I'm gonna say it like this, man. Hawks in 6. I got faith in these boys, man. I want to get down there maybe and check one of these playoff games out. I don't know if it'll be Thursday. They still got some standing room only tickets, man. But I'm in. Like I said, I've been asking for this, and I'm in, Banks. I'm in on them, man. I'm like Hawks in 6 for real. We're gonna be some real villains. And listen, this is and let me tell you, New York fans, before we move on, Banks, because I know we got to move on, and I know you want to talk about this as well. Listen, this is the curse of Spike Lee. Let me give y'all a little story, man. This is the curse of Spike Lee. Spike Lee was born right here in this Georgia Red Clay at Grady Hospital, okay? He's been a lifelong Knicks fan. Let me tell you something, man. The Hawks have been a thorn in the Knicks side for quite some time now. So I'm calling this the curse of Spike Lee. Spike, man, you know what home is, man. Yeah, we know you grew up there in Brooklyn or whatever, eating pizza, do the right thing, all that crap. You went to Morehouse College. You were born right here at Grady Hospital, Red Clay. It's the curse of Spike Lee, man. It's the curse of Spike Lee. Come on down here Thursday night, man, and get you some down here if you want to, Spike. Banks, man, your thoughts on the curse of Spike Lee before we move on?
Listen, keep him up there. Keep him up there. Okay. I mean, we got our celebrities that rock with us. I don't need nobody, look, yeah, again. Next topic. Okay. Let's stay up there.
Curse of Spike. The curse of Spike. Y'all heard it here first. Hawks in 6. All right, Banks, man. What's going on up there at Truist, man? What's going on with them Braves, brother?
Well, the Braves, like you said, you're living under a rock. You missing a show. Atlanta Braves are currently your first place in the National League East. The biggest lead of any team in the Major League Baseball, as we currently know. Also, the last team to even lose a series. Okay, let's put that in perspective. Last year, the Braves was the last team to even win a game. So here we are, a full year, and we're the last team to even lose a series. So they're playing some good ball. And I may add you, we have a lot of injuries. Let me go down the list for you. Of course, we just got the news today that we losing Iglesias for 15-day disabled list. Kind of sucks because that means we got to move Suarez to the safe position and bring somebody up. I think Dylan Dodd from minor leagues. So Raisel Iglesias is going to be on a 15-day disabled list. Spencer Strider and Sean Murphy is down in Gwinnett doing rehab assignment areas. They almost back. And listen, we're doing this without Strider and Murphy. So now this is the problem. Where do we fit these guys at? Because our guys are hitting. So where's Sean Murphy? Where is he going? Oh, don't forget Hassan Cam, the shortstop. He's almost back, not quite. And we got other pitchers that's, mid-June, July. The sky's the limit for the Braves. Okay, they just popped out those awesome, probably the best City Connect jerseys in Major League Baseball.
Hey, man, listen. The Atlanta is trying to break us fans here. Falcons just did their thing with their new uniforms. City Connect, Banks, I don't know if you saw this or not, and I'm kind of pissed off at myself, and hopefully they roll it back. The Braves dropped a black jersey not too long ago from that. I don't know if it sold out. I don't know what that was. I don't know if you saw it.
But
they dropped the black one.
It was an Outcast.
No. They dropped the black. They dropped the black break. I don't know if they're gonna bring this out for a game or what, but I know I got a notification on my phone. I saw it. I don't know if I sent you the picture of it, but then all of a sudden I went back.
No,
I'm
I
like, you know
saw it.
what?
I saw it. It's two different jerseys. It's a black one and there's a outcast that's in black. I don't know if you
Not the
saw that
Outcast.
one.
I'm talking about I didn't see that one,
No,
but
no,
I'm
no.
talking about the
Yeah.
regular.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
the
Yeah, I
regular
seen a
Braves.
regular one. I
Yeah,
seen a
the
regular
black
brand. I
and
seen that
red.
one too.
I
Yeah,
was like, man,
yeah.
everybody take my money again. And I was gonna order it, I was gonna hit the button, but it's I don't know if it's sold out, they bringing it back or what. But when they do bring it back, take my money because I'm getting out. I was thinking about that City Connect, and it's still on the table. Obviously, man, you got to pick and choose your battles in this economy, right? Because I done already spent a lot of money with the Falcons over there. Got all the Hawks jerseys and colors. So but that black and red, if they come back out with that, this a done deal. It's a wrap on that. But speaking to you, man, your point with the Braves, Banks, man, obviously we always talk about this. This is a team we never have to worry about in Atlanta. For some reason, some way, somehow, whoever's the manager, whoever's out there, they go out there and they do their thing time and time again. Obviously, we're kind of handicapped. We don't have the money like the Dodgers and the Phillies and the Red Sox, but they still somehow
Or the
are
Mets,
able
who have the
or the Met
largest payroll, who's dead last, worst team in
trash.
baseball.
Garbage.
Another New York team.
Trash, garbage. So but look, yeah, they stay relevant, man. And shout out to them, man. And it hadn't got hot yet. We say as the weather gets warm, the Braves get hot. We haven't this weather been bipolar here in Atlanta. I say that for real because it's been 30 in the morning and 90 in the
Listen,
afternoon.
we know how the Braves operate around here. Like he says, the weather get hot, so is the bats. Listen, Acuna isn't even hitting yet. And he just getting his groove. Riley just getting his groove. And we still the probably as close as the Dodgers. Dodgers, I think, 16-6. The Braves are 16-7. Okay, so we're right there on their butts. We haven't hit our stride yet, and we still putting BTA. Hello, Philadelphia. we putting belt to what to these
Philly.
teams. Philly was the last victim of us kicking the dog crap out of them. They went and witnessed it firsthand how we was just supposed to been this team that was supposed to been what I think they said third place in the National League East. It's early. It's
It's
early,
still
and I
early.
understand that. It's very early. It's April. But I think if you look at how the team is playing, and what Walt Weiss is doing, it's a different attitude out there, and I feel it.
Hey
I
man, you
don't.
think you
It
think you
doesn't
think they
feel
have?
like a
Did you
stick of
think they have to do with the fight, man? The cohesiveness,
it
man.
might
Walt Weiss
be.
getting out there
Listen
tackling
here,
people, and
Falcons. You might need to take a look at Walt Weiss, bro. That
and then
dude,
it's gonna be real awkward at the trade deadline with Jorge
well,
Solars walk back into the line.
Jorge Soler is very
Jorge
dear to
Soler,
my heart. Well, he's very dear to every Braves fan heart.
because
But he was,
that ball
but
still
he
traveling somewhere.
listen here, that ball never landed. I don't care what you said. It never hit Earth. Okay, that ball still orbiting around this Earth as we speak. It passed Artemis 2 when it was in outer space. Okay, but let me tell you something. He's has a special place in my heart for what he did. I thought he took it out of context. I don't believe he was trying to hit him, or he did it
I
on
mean,
purpose. But it hurt me to see that. But when Walt Weiss came off that bench and you just saw his ball headed self tackle him, yeah, that's my manager right there. Absolutely,
man,
absolutely.
had to
That's
go out
I
there and
don't
get
think
it,
Sticker
man.
would have did that.
Nah, man, Snit would have broke a hip, man. Like I said, man, had to get out there, man, have a little Donnybrook early, man, and get some of that cohesiveness together, man. And I don't know, man. Looking forward to big things over there with the Braves, man. Definitely be up there at Truist. I got to go back and look at the giveaway schedule, man, and see what they got going on up there. It's always a hike though to get to Cobb County because this traffic will not
I
let you be
could be
great in
wrong.
this
I
city.
could be wrong, but I think there's a Mike Harris bobblehead coming soon. I want to get up there and grab it. I could be wrong. I think they might already had it, but I think it's a Michael Harris bobblehead coming up.
Yeah, man, you got to
Um,
pack a lunch, take the whole day off, man. To get, I mean, if it's
Listen
a
here,
7:30 game, man, you got to
I
be
gotta
up
do
there
what I gotta
early,
do. Be there at
early.
4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, I'm in line. Gotta do
Got
what I
to,
gotta
got
do
to, man.
because
It's
I had to
crazy.
get that outcast that year, and I had to camp out then. So hey, gotta do what you gotta do.
I had to go through the back channels. I got my Outcast, I got my Usher, man. I got my Acuna chain. I think it's Acuna or Albies chain. So yeah, you know, of course, obviously my World Series rings, man. So I've been very lucky on the giveaways, man, that they've had. And then you know, in the roundabout way, you know, this the City Banks, man. You know, if you don't get there, I ain't gonna give away all my secrets, man. But if you're trying to get some stuff, man, you got some trade value, you got little coins in your pocket, you can still come up on some of those giveaways, man. It's nothing like actually getting them at the gate though. But you know, like I said, we done came up on a cup. The most important bobblehead, obviously, Mr. Banks. We got that one. You know what I'm saying, a couple of years ago. So, you know, that's what's up on that, man. So listen, Braves still early. We like what we seeing from them. We obviously like what we seeing from them Hawks, Atlanta United. We don't know what's going on, man. So let's talk about this last one before we wrap this thing up, man. Going into this draft here this Thursday night. I don't know about you, Banks, man. Before I'm gonna let you have it. We don't have a number one pick. This is the first time in a long time. I can't even remember. Maybe you did the research. The last time we didn't have a pick in the first round. It's been a minute. So it's like, I don't even know if I'm turning TV on to fire this thing up on Thursday, man. NFL draft coming up this week, obviously starting on Thursday night. I think they're in Pittsburgh, if I'm not mistaken. So this NFL season, man, you know, as soon as it ends, we'd be like, damn, we miss it. But man, the NFL keeps us going. They keep sprinkling in everything to keep us moving forward, man, and to keep our interest going, man. Draft coming up Thursday, Banks. What say you about this draft and these Falcons, brother?
Well, the only thing I'm gonna say is this: you say you don't know if you're gonna turn the TV on. I may have to encourage you to do that because you have a GM who is very, very just gun set on getting draft picks. Okay. Now, I don't know if you heard today, there's rumblings about possibly that Kyle Pitts might be a trade candidate on day one. So I don't know how true that is. I don't know who leaked it. I don't know. It might be a smokescreen for all I know. But at the same time, I don't. The way they keep interviewing Ian, and he's like, I don't like having 5 draft picks. I just can't have 5 draft picks. Okay, you got 5 draft picks. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna get rid of Bijan? I mean, what are you doing? I mean, so you got to watch him. You don't know what his tendencies are. All I know is he likes to accumulate draft picks and he doesn't give away draft picks. So that tells me players on the team is they could be
But it,
split. They could be sent
it's
away.
like you just
So
said though, man. It's all smoke and mirrors at this point, leading up into the draft, Banks. Nobody ever shows their hand, right? I mean, you have
right.
and, you know. I think Ian at the press conference said the other day is like, you know what, they'll entertain all phone calls, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, unless you come with a king's ransom, I mean, it has to be beneficial and it has to be worth their while to move on from Kyle. I mean, obviously, you have your thoughts and feelings about Kyle, and I do too. But he's a tangible player that teams might want to spin their wheels on. But it's like this: it's going to have to be worth it. I'm not going to because we've invested. Let's be real. Even though this is a new regime, Banks, we talked about Kyle Pitts until we've been blue in the face about what we expected from him and what we want him to do. We've invested a lot in this guy, okay? And I'm not willing to give him up for a 6-pack of Cokes and a varsity chili dog. No, this if we franchise tag this man, this is going to have to be a phone call from a team that's saying, hey, you know what, man, we really want Kyle. We'll give y'all our first round. We'll give y'all this. We'll give y'all that. We got to entertain that.
So
You know what I'm saying?
so you say first anything. So when do you want him? We'll put a bow tie on him. I mean, what are we doing? It's in that same green jacket that he walked on stage with. You want that too? Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
hey,
So
like I said, if somebody's gonna play Banks, I mean, you got to entertain it. But like I said, man, somebody gonna get on the phone and say, you know, we'll swap our second and our third. No. If the first words coming out of your mouth are not uh the number 17, the number 20, if those the words are not coming out of your mouth, man, you gotta do a lot better. Or it's got to be a package of players coming from said team as well to do that, man. I feel like, you know, that's where I'm at with the value if they are going to trade Kyle. I'm gonna make somebody give up a ransom if they feel like this is the missing link. Because let's be real about this, Banks. This is no there's not a team that's gonna be like, you know, this has to be somebody that feels like Kyle is the missing link to take them over to the next level. So you're not
well,
gonna
let
see
me
the
let
top.
me let me tell you the team that they rumored. Maybe that will put some context in this, but I don't believe it either because this is as the day get close to the draft, you're gonna hear a lot of this, and you know this. We've been
Yeah.
watching the draft for too long. But the Philadelphia Eagles. So take it for what it is. I'm pretty sure that they're not going to name the team and then assume that it's going to happen. I mean, I think it's just smoke and mirrors. But I mean, it's just a fact that it's been said that you got Kyle Pitts, who is a draft
He a Philly
day.
kid, and he from Philly. You
So
know, I don't know. Like I said, I like the fact that this is a new regime. I'm excited about it. Like you said, Banks, not a lot of picks. I mean, we're going into day two, but my thing is, man, Matt, Ian, Stefanski, they better have a plan in place, man. If you gonna wheel and deal. Banks, other Falcons news here, man. I'm gonna miss saying his name. Rook Orororo was traded down to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Obviously, we picked up a bag of Lay's potato chips and a lemon lime Gatorade. I don't even know. That trade was weird to me. Banks, can you elaborate on what happened with this trade between the Falcons and the Jaguars with Rook and this other D tackle that we're acquiring?
okay, cue the meme of the two Spider-Mans pointing at each other because that's exactly what it was. Okay. It was a lateral move. Like it wasn't really nothing so over the top with, you know, he might be a hint bigger, you know, but if you put them side by side stat wise, I mean, Root might have had a little better, towards the end, but it's the same. It's the absolute same. Same. Only thing you're gonna change is the complexion of their skin. I mean, because I think one's darker than the other. But I mean, again, it's nothing to there's nothing to me. It's what's his name? Mason Smith.
Yeah, Mason
Okay.
Smith.
Okay. Welcome to the A, I guess.
I'm
I
gonna just
guess.
miss. I'm gonna just miss saying Aurora. I'm gonna miss that, but it is what it is, man. So here's
And there's a
down
lot
there,
of people who
man.
couldn't even pronounce that. I heard of Rukaro,
Aurora,
I heard so
a
many
rotor
different
rooter.
anything but a ro. I mean, it was like, okay, I just need you to say Rook.
For real, man. So shout out, yes. And like I said, looking for another tackle, obviously to replace our man out there at the right tackle position who up and retired on us, man. So got a lot of work to do, man, in this draft with the 5 picks that we got, unless they gonna cook. You just say let Terry cook. Now I don't know if it's gonna feel the same saying let Ian cook. I don't know, man. This dude has his
No, we just
temperament.
gonna listen. I watched this man talk, and he like I just think he's possessed when he's talking about draft picks. I don't know if you heard him. I mean, I swear he'd be like, I can't. I gotta have more than 5. I gotta have more than 5. I'm like, okay, dude, are you all right? I mean, you got 5 draft picks, and you really, really, it could be an at Leo for all I know, but
I mean, like I said,
he
all
doesn't
smoke
like
and mirrors.
5.
I
He
mean,
doesn't like 5.
I wouldn't either, man. Obviously, man, we're not going into the we're not gonna go into to what happened that brought us to this point and why we're here. But I mean, we're here now, so obviously we got to make
Well,
this work.
we're
We got
here
to make this
because of
happen.
that. We're here
Well, yeah.
because of that.
Well. So we'll make this happen. The new regime, I'm pretty sure they have a plan in place to get out everything together. We'll get closer and closer to filling out this roster and know what will look like. Moving forward here, there'll still be some moves and rumblings. Going all the way up into June. So we'll see, man. I mean, like I said, I think I'd just rather get the updates on my phone because, like I said, I know we don't have a pick. If it just pop up on my phone and now we're on the clock or something in the first round, then I fire it up. But you know what else is happening Thursday night? The Hawks are gonna be playing Game 3 down at State Farm. So I mean, I'm not gonna just
Oh,
I'm not
please
even gonna picture
listen.
that shit. I'm
Don't make no mistake about it. All eyes in the ATL is going to be watching that Hawks game.
yes, sir.
Since the draft is going to be a non-playable for the Falcons, but as we think, we don't think it is, but it probably not 95% of they won't be a player in the first round.
Yeah,
So yes, all eyes going to be on that game 3, and rightfully so. I think this is going to be one of them games where the State Farm going to be lit. What they like to say, them young kids like to say. Um, Not to mention, Soldier Boy is going to be performing at halftime, so you already know what's going on down in that
absolutely, man.
arena.
We're gonna fire it up, man. Shout out, listen, man. Shout out to our boy Ti too, man. HBC Unite over at the Atlanta United. Even though they didn't win, man, Ti came out, did his thing, man. So shout out to Ti and all the Atlanta celebrities because I know everybody gonna be in the building. You know, DC Young Fly, Two Chains, everybody, even Boosie, even though he ain't from here, he be right with
and that's another thing. I'm glad you brought up that. When they pointed out all the celebrities in New York when they was playing in game 2, I don't know if they kept panning the camera of all these celebrities sitting on the front row and everything. And oh my God, look at all the glitz and glamour of New York and all these. Do they not know that we have our own?
Man, Banks, that's a whole nother conversation, man. You know, I'm not going there. We're not going there. You know how they do us, man. It's a love hate relationship. We'll discuss that at a later time. But like this, we put B to A. We'll come back next week and talk about all the people that were in the building for this game 3. But you know how they go with it's a love and hate relationship, man. Listen, Banks, we are at the mark, man. It's always fun talking about sports here, man. Go Hawks, go Braves, go Falcons. Everybody, man, dream. Gonna crank this thing up, man, and continue to do it, man. And we'll come back here hopefully next week to talk about the draft, talk about where the Hawks are, man, and keep this thing rolling, man. Before we close it out, before I give it over to you, Banks, to close it out, put the QR code back up for everybody. Eastern's Woodworking. You didn't have to remind me. I put it back up for everybody, man. Shout out our boy Phil out there, man, for listening and firing up and watching the show. Y'all hit him up, man, if y'all need some work, man. You got graduations coming up. You got a lot of stuff coming up, man. He do some really, really good work, man. Check out the page, man. He got a lot of stuff on there, man, so check him out. All right, Banks, man, let the people know where they can find you at, man, before we close this thing on out.
Find me at Antoine Jarrell Banks on Facebook or Baby Banks 80 on the ground.
That's right, man. And find us on we'll find us on streams. If you're seeing us on Facebook, man, shout out to everybody that's with us on Facebook, man. Make sure you subscribe so you get notifications when we go live. Also, YouTube, check us out on YouTube, man. Also, check us out on Twitter or X, whatever they call it these days. And also check us out on Instagram. Yes, we have an Instagram page as well. So hit us on all of those platforms, man. And we got some more stuff coming, man, in the upcoming week. So we want y'all to definitely stay tuned, man. We appreciate everybody subscribing and tuning in and all our followers and fans, man. We're going to keep doing it, man, for the ATL, man. This has been another edition of the ATL 3 Style Podcast Live.